Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. Today I'm sharing with you a Superman kit that I put together for someone. Now there's a few things about this kit, and when you get a hold of him, he comes with legs, arms, torso, head, cape, and base. He actually came with an extra right arm, so you can have two options basically. You can have the right arm where he's out there, has the fist up, or you have another arm which is basically like this but down to the side. So you get to pick which one I guess you want. You can't really do a change of arm because if you did, you would have basically a seam going across, so you have to pick one or the other. And also the other thing I did with him, which the client requested, was his shorts. They were more of a shorts. They came down to here, and it didn't look like Superman, so he basically wanted to go with the white tighties basically outfit. So basically what I had to do was sand up a little bit there and create the seam going around. So that worked out pretty good. Now he is a very big kid. I mean, this sucker is like almost 21 inches tall from bottom of the base to the top of the head. So he's pretty big. He's not small at all, and it's all solid resin, which is good. I think the base is just a little bit of hollow, not that big of a deal, but it works out. So what I had to do was I had to figure out how to put him together with painting and getting the cape on, because if you put everything together, then you try to paint, it's very difficult to get up in here. So basically what I did was I did the bottom half first. And then after I got the bottom half together, I put the cape onto the body. But what I did was I painted everything first. Well, at least I painted the blues, I painted all the cape red, I did the skins. So once that was done, what I did was I attached the cape onto him. And what I had was a couple pins going in. I put the pins in, let them set, had them all glued up, and then I painted it and matched it all back together, because that was the only way I could come up with the idea. So once I got the idea of how to put them together, I went ahead and did it. It required some thinking, what was the best option, how to do it, and make life easier. And so basically you had to paint it while putting it together. It was the only option. So once that was all done and he was all set, I then attached the top of the body to the bottom of the body, and that worked out pretty cool. Some other things I did with him, he comes with two kind of like pins in the feet. So what I did was I gave a pin to this leg, and then I left that key in the other leg. So I made a pin for there, and I made it for there, so he fits in pretty good now. So instead of sawing off this key here, I left that there, and I gave a nice metal peg going in there, and that worked out good, so he's nice and solid. Because the reason why I did that, if you left the regular keys in to try to put him in, he would be so backwards heavy with the cape, he would just fall out. But now that I got that in there, it works out pretty good. So, with that being said, I'll explain how I did some of the painting. Basically, I went with Garage Kit's flesh tones. And what we did was we gave him metallic eyes, blue, so it's kind of like he's got the heat vision going in a way. As you can see, it kind of shines. So that worked out pretty cool. And for the cape, we went with basically like a reddish leather. There's some browns and stuff mixed into them. The same thing with the whitey-tighty area, the boots, you know. As for the blue, it's kind of like it's like a mix of blue with some pearls in it, just to give it kind of like a spandex type look. So it worked out pretty good. And as for his symbol is not actually complete pearl, but there is some pearls and metallics mixed into it, so it's kind of like shiny, but it's not overly, you know, metallic popping out at you. And I did sort of the same thing with the S in the back. It's got some pearl mixed into it, not a lot, but enough for it to pop. Now, you may see a lot of sheen or shine on him at the moment. That's because my lights are really strong here, but it worked out good. Hair has a little bit of a blue in it. Hard to see in the camera, but in person you'll see it. But a good kit, very big, a lot of fun. Now, as for the base, the idea is that the base is from his Fortress of Solitude. Now, instead of just throwing straight white in there, you know, I talked to the client. It was like, maybe we should mix some blue. But then what I did was I threw in a lot of this. I have this like pearlized ink type stuff, and I did a lot of washes, and I got a lot of that in there. So it actually feels like It is his Fortress of Solitude, but in certain lights you get like a sheen and shine of blues and whites. So it's kind of very shiny, which is kind of cool. So I think it worked out for this kit, especially with the base. So it was a fun kit, pretty big. Definitely had to really think about how to put them together. And of course the belt, nice little shiny belt buckle, regular yellow. So hopefully you guys liked the way he came out. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you next time.